Ladies and gentlemen, over here with one of the fighters from New York, Kazakhstan, in the house, DIMASH NIYAZOV. How are you? Hey, it's a pleasure that you guys allowed me over here, being in the gym, and I know a lot of fans from you, they've been expecting your return to the ring.
Yeah.
Do you have a date that it's coming up?
Next week we actually fight May 17th in Connecticut in Foxwood Resorts Casino.
It's a fight that a lot of people is gonna stay tuned. Fight fans that continue you and follow your career, they're gonna pursue what's next for yourself. And when it comes from you, what are you bringing on that night that you're returning back to the ring?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that night, they expect fireworks because the guy I'm fighting is actually undefeated. He's 10-0. He's young, he's fast, he's hard hitting. He has 8 knockouts. So, even though he's a little bigger than me, but I'm gonna just box him. Keep my distance, use my boxing skills, my speed. Everybody knows me. I'm very fast. So definitely I'm going to rely on my speed and my boxing skills. It's going to be an electrifying night. Yeah.
Hey, every time that you step into the ring, it's always fireworks. You mentioned right now you have the speed, and I think that's one of the reasons that they call you the lightning, because hey, it's fast. When you throw a punch, it's hard that the camera can capture that punch, and eventually you are being awarded. And one of the fighters from Kazakhstan, that even in Kazakhstan, you're being awarded, as I recognize yourself, one of the images in boxing. How you feel about it?
I mean, it's a lot on my shoulders. I have a lot of young kids who look up to me, not only in Kazakhstan but here in New York. Because as you know, I also work as a police officer. I patrol Brooklyn area, and my community respects me. They love me. All my coworkers, they always support me, and I'm just a guy who inspires everybody else. I like to talk to kids. I like to train kids. Even if I have time, I would take somebody to my gym from work. And to me, it's a big deal. I have to maintain that image and be inspiration to many kids.
Well, it's always pleasure, and it's always admirable to see an image like you being a role model, even police officer who serve for the community, to being a role model and leading all these young kids in order to pursue something. It could be boxing, it could be becoming a musician, it could become something different, but try to take them out of the street. That's very important.
That's the goal. I mean, as you know, with the police department, we also have the program for cops and kids, where kids can train in the gym for free, and they can stay out of the streets, dealing with the gangs, the violence, the shootings. They can stay in the gym, be focused, not only give them discipline, but also some kind of motivation for future. I mean, it doesn't have to be boxing, but something for them to, like a common ground, a foundation they can move on from.
Yes, it's very good to hear from a boxer that wants to inspire other people, especially the next generation that we have behind us, make them the best future for other people to see their footsteps, and we'll see what else they will bring to the future. When it comes in your skills and everything, we're seeing right now athletes that they pay 100% in the gym, sacrifice and everything. How do you feel about it? How you respond when you hear something like a fighter probably consume something that it was not allowed?
If you're talking about steroids or human growth hormones, I mean, to me, it's why do it? I mean, I understand maybe if you're old and you're trying to maintain that shape, that physique, or trying to be fast. But when you're a young age and you're already at the highest level that you can get, I don't see the reason for you to take it, because you already achieved so much that you're right there. You just one step right there. So I mean, I do lose respect for those type of guys. I'm always stay clean myself, and somebody admits to it, then yeah, that's one thing. Or if somebody gets, ingest something by accident, because you have a lot of fighters who are the highest level,
Yeah.
who they know what they're eating, because you have different chefs working for them, you have nutritionists that are working for them, so that could be their fault. That it's not always the fighter's fault. We have to understand that we as fighters, we just work, we put in the 100% work, but sometimes there are other resources outside of the ring who can bring that to you, and it's not always the fighter's fault. But if the fighter decides to take something like that, then that's on him.
Yeah, that's on him. Unfortunately, we've seen other cases like I'm gonna mention his name, Canelo and Billy Joe Sanders and other people. And like you mentioned, sometimes this problem happens because I guess BADA, or I don't know if BADA has certain lists that you're not allowed to take it. So once again, do we know sometimes what we eat or what we taken as a drink? Sometimes
that's the thing. We gotta be very careful. We gotta be very careful as fighters what we ingest. I mean, sometimes we could just buy something off the pharmacy, counter that may contain something that can,
cost you some trouble in a big fight. Yeah.